It's the National Football League on EA Sports, where we'll see a rematch from Super Bowl 24. It's the Niners and the Broncos. All that and more coming up next.
Just across I-25 from downtown Denver, the usual 76,000 fans have made their way to Philip and Power Field at Mile High, the home of the Broncos. So good to have you on board with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson here in the booth. Greg, in this league, you know it, you lived it. Undergoing a changing of the guard at the quarterback position sometimes can be traumatic, but a lot of times it leads to hope. We've got a couple of teams here with young signal callers looking towards the future.
And you know the old saying, Mike, in the NFL, it is truer than ever. If you have a quarterback, you have a chance. And here we have two teams that feel like they have that quarterback position of the future settled. There's going to be some growing pains. There's going to be some moments where that youth rears its head. But over the long term, both these organizations feel like they have an answer at the most critical position in all of sports.
On the return, here's Mims. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Here comes the Denver offense set to take over for the first time. They'll be led by the man from Oregon who started his career at Auburn, quarterback Bo Nix.
There's a lot to like about this young quarterback, and of course we're going to have to wait and see. Can he take advantage of this opportunity in front of him, Mike? But he has not been shy. He says, I know I can play at this level. I know that I can lead an NFL franchise, and we're going to get a shot to see it here, and I'm excited to see what he can do.
They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. They'll run it for the first time with Javonte Williams. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll go play action with Nix. Now he takes off. And he's going to slide to a stop and avoid the contact. But since he started there, he's still shy of the first down.
Well, give him some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away, picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
They'll send a tight end in motion. On 3rd down, here's Williams. That's going to be pretty close. Looks like he's got it, and he does. First down.
In real time from up here, Mike, I couldn't tell whether or not he got it at first glance, but I think after seeing the replays we have up here, it looked like he and his blockers got just enough, and they're going to be able to keep this drive alive.
A first down throw for Nix. Here's a screen set up to Williams. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Second and 7. A give, and here comes Williams. And a spirited run there, somehow managing to gain a couple of yards. Here now, 3rd and 5. Back to throw is Nix. Taking off, he'll try to get there. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a first down.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the first down.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. He's got the tight end, Adam Troutman.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but A good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Here's 2nd and 2. Here comes Williams on the toss to the right. And he'll take this one forward for about 3, and that's a first down. They run over center with Williams. He'll be stopped after a pickup of about 3. Drake Jackson out of Southern California on the stop. So we've come to the end of a fairly evenly played opening quarter. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Greg and I back in Denver in just a moment. They face 2nd down and 7. Play action now. It's Nix. He will air this out. Looking for Sutton. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Cortland Sutton. Touchdown, Broncos.
All week we're going to see this play be run over and over as a highlight of the quarterback and the receiver. But, Mike, the part that people don't give enough credit to, in order to get a downfield shot, you have to have time. And what a great job by the offensive line, allowing the quarterback to be comfortable enough in the pocket. Let those deeper routes develop, be on time and accurate with the ball. And that's why this play is going to be a highlight all week. Let's give the big guys up front some credit.
Will Lutz now for the PAT. He knocks it through. And the Broncos will take a 7-0 lead. So now after the touchdown, Lutz gonna send this one away. Deebo Samuel gonna get a chance to return it. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The 49ers offense set to get to work for the first time. They're led out by the last pick in the draft in 2022. Iowa State's Brock Purdy at quarterback.
As hard as it may be, Mike, to resist, I don't think they need to come out and think we have to match them big play for big play after just giving up that early score. Stick to your plan. Pick up the first down and allow this game to start unfolding and settle into a rhythm. Execute your game plan. Don't try to match what your opponent's doing.
Opening carry of the game for the versatile Christian McCaffrey. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
At some point, the offensive line cannot just be dependent on the perfect play call. Somebody has to win. Somebody has to distort the defense and create some space for the running back to run. In this case, nobody could win. Stop for no gain.
Purdy now on 2nd down. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
Just another example of poor decision-making. I mean, making a bad play even worse. There's nothing there on 2nd down. Just throw the ball into the stands and move on to 3rd. Now you take that sack, and it's going to take a miracle to stay on the field.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. Oh, got him again the 2nd time with a sack on this opening drive.
The offense is trying to stretch the field vertically. They're trying to put as many receivers into the coverage deep as possible. But you know what you need? You need time. You need to allow those guys to get downfield. But when you have a pass rush like this, they don't let that time unfold, and that pocket collapsed and results in a sack.
So on fourth down, the Aussie, Mitch Wishnowsky, out to punt. The Broncos have Marvin Mims out for the return. Now, fair catch taken, and they're going to have great starting field position just shy of midfield. The home team's offense and receiver Cortland Sutton ready to get going again. They lead it here in the second quarter, 7-0, as they begin with a 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run by Williams. And he's fighting to try to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a loss of a yard.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
On second down, it's Nix. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up third down.
2 minutes remaining. First half in a 7-0 game. Greg and I return to Denver after this. 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, here's Nix. That to the sideline and intercepted. That's the linebacker, Fred Warner.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
The Niners offense ready for their second possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. George Kittle was the intended target that time, and it'll bring up 2nd down. So Kittle comes in motion. He's going to run it.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? From the shotgun, it's Purdy. He's got his tight end, Kittle. The Niners will use the first of their timeouts, and they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that 1st down. From the gun, it's Purdy. And they're going to get to him and take him down taken back to the other side of midfield.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense, immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down. Out of the gun. Oh, they are on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. But he'll gather it back in. Here's Mitch Wisnowski now. He's on for the second time. He'll try to get something inside the 10. Now a fair catch, and it's going to be a long field. They'll take over right about their own 13. The home team's offense going to take over here in the final minute of this first half. They'll begin inside their own 15-yard line. So a lot of real estate to cover. It's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. Got a man over the middle. There's Sutton. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Second down and 3. One final throw before the break. He'll find his target, Lil Jordan Humphrey. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
Okay, Mike, thank you. More from you and Greg in a moment, but for now, welcome one and all to our EA Sports Halftime Report. We just watched a fine first half from the man from Oregon, Bo Nix. His touchdown pass is the only score of the game thus far, as his guys hold a 7-0 lead to this point. This has been a hard-fought battle thus far. Just the one touchdown to this point is still anybody's game at 7-0, as both of these defenses have been out there trying to one-up one another.
Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand in this second half, about to get started. Just that one touchdown on the board. 7-0 the score as the third quarter begins. This will be returned from the 6. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. The 49ers offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
1st and 10 for Purdy. That's caught by McCaffrey. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free and gains nothing.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver who the defender they're hot off of, That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Purdy works out of the pistol. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
At this level, you just would expect a little bit better execution and accuracy on those intermediate throws. I think he had an opportunity there for a nice pickup. Off target, off rhythm, and ends up getting away from him.
He'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Here's Purdy again. Short pass taken in by the tight end. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Purdy gonna put it up again. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And they're gonna take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. Here's McCaffrey. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. They run once more with McCaffrey. And he will get into the end zone. Christian McCaffrey, touchdown, 49ers.
Just a great way to finish off a drive, and it was something they thought they had a matchup advantage all week long, was in the ground game. And you can see here, they executed at the offensive line. He got some nice blocks downfield from his wide receivers and tight ends, and he was able to do the rest.
Now Jake Moody for the extra point. The kick is good. And the 49ers will level things out at 7 apiece. We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. On the return, here's Mims. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Broncos offense ready for their first possession of this second half. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. They'll run it with Williams. And he'll get forward for a couple. That's the safety, Talanoa Hufanga, on the tackle. Second down and 8. To throw is Nix. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. They're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Nix from the gun on 3rd down. He'll try and get there on the ground.
So the two components to a scramble drill, Mike, is the quarterback has to buy time with his legs, and then all of the receivers need to second reaction and come open downfield late. And he bought time, but nobody was able to separate, and there's nowhere to go with the ball.
The Broncos bringing out their punter. Back deep, it's Ricky Pearsall. This one fielded out beyond the 25. And it'll be a good return. He's able to get it up past the 40-yard line. Here's the San Francisco offense, ready to take possession of the ball once more. A low-scoring game, all tied, 3rd quarter, and a touchdown here could go a long way. See if they can get it on this drive. 1st and 10. They'll motion over Samuel. Right away, they'll try a jet sweep. And a good one here on the ground across midfield. Let's give him 9 for the carry.
When they called that sweep, Mike, obviously they're thinking, let's pick up the 1st down. They didn't quite get to the chains, but I think they're going to be pretty happy with that gain.
2nd and a yard. Shotgun snap to Purdy. Right side, hauled in by Samuel. Here's 1st and 10. Purdy going to give this one to McCaffrey. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. So, points at a premium. Defensive battle so far as we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Play fake to McCaffrey. Now, Purdy. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I know this play results in an incomplete pass, but I think this is a really good job by the quarterback. His clock was going off. He felt that rush. He had no immediate target to go to with the ball. Instead, throw it away. Don't take the sack. Live for another day.
3rd down. Purdy. He'll try to run for it. Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs.
Just when you're thinking defensively that you've got the play covered, the quarterback's able to tuck it down, escape, and somehow pick up the 1st down.
Off the play fake. Here's Purdy. There he goes again.
That play had sack written all over it, so that's a great job by the quarterback, not only escaping the initial pressure, even though he doesn't gain a whole lot, he's able to pick up some positive yards for what looked like a disaster in the start.
Throwing on second down is Purdy. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down. Throwing is Purdy. Able to complete it to Ayuk. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on third down.
Goes without saying, this is a huge drive. This game is all tied up. Fourth quarter, that's a huge first down pickup. Now they got to see if they can get some points off this possession.
They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Now, a handoff to McCaffrey. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. 2nd and 6 coming up. Here's McCaffrey. And he's going to bring this one close to a first down. Looks like they'll mark him just a yard short. Crowd noise rises. Big play here. 3rd and 1. Now McCaffrey. And he's going to have a Niners first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert on 3rd and 1. And they'll run here with McCaffrey. Powering forward. He's in. Christian McCaffrey. Touchdown, San Francisco. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score, and Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late. So the lead is 7 now. Here in this 4th quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. This one skips the landing zone, goes all the way over the back line. So the ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Here's first down. They'll drop to throw. He'll find his tight end. That's Troutman. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. They'll come up for 1st and 10. Throwing Nix. That's complete. It's McLaughlin. Hook him up on a 2nd down and 8. Now Nick's going to look to throw. Here's a screen set up to Williams. They smelled the screen and took care of it. Blown up in the backfield.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
Open man, left side, he's got it. First time they've looked his way all game long, but he comes through with the grab and a 1st down.
And now, after that catch, they've got a chance here late, Mike. They've got enough time to try to move this thing down. I think they can win the game on this possession.
Nix, now to throw it here on 1st down. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion. He was looking for Marvin Mims there, and it'll be 2nd down. From the shotgun, here's Nix. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. The game hanging in the balance and a critical 3rd down. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. Oh, and a crusher there. He can't get a throwaway, and he's taken down. Javon Hargrave, the big man, gets in there and takes him down. So a win here for our visitors, the 49ers. And it was their defense that led the way as they pitched a shutout in the 2nd half. No points allowed, and they cruised to victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.